Have you ever found yourself trapped in that liminal space between sleep and wakefulness, where reality and dreams intertwine in the most terrifying ways, where shadows take form and your own body becomes a prison? Welcome back to World Decoded, where today we're going to explore these haunting experiences that have plagued humanity since time immemorial: nightmares and sleep paralysis. From ancient civilizations believing in demon visits to modern science mapping brain activities, we're about to decode what really happens when our minds and bodies disconnect in the dead of night. But before we move on, please consider subscribing to our channel, as it really motivates us to bring out more informative and interesting content for you guys. With that being said, let's get started. The human brain, that remarkable organ that defines our consciousness, undergoes fascinating transformations during sleep. As we drift into the realm of dreams, our brain cycles through different stages, each with its own distinct patterns of activity. It's during the REM, or the rapid eye movement stage, that our most vivid dreams, and consequently, our most terrifying nightmares occur. During this phase, our brain activity mirrors that of wakefulness, yet our bodies lie still, paralyzed by natural mechanisms designed to prevent us from acting out our dreams. But why do we have nightmares? These nocturnal terrors aren't merely random firings of neurons. They serve crucial psychological functions. When we experience trauma, stress, or anxiety in our waking lives, our brain processes these emotions during sleep, often translating them into vivid, frightening scenarios. Think of nightmares as your brain's emergency drills, preparing you for potential threats while allowing you to process complex emotions in a safe, albeit scary environment. The content of nightmares often reflects our deepest fears and anxieties. Common themes include being chased, falling, losing teeth, or finding oneself unprepared for an important event. These scenarios, while seemingly random, often carry deep psychological significance. The chase dream might represent avoiding a confrontation in your waking life. The falling dream could symbolize a loss of control. The unprepared scenario might reflect real-world insecurities. But perhaps even more intriguing than nightmares is the phenomenon of sleep paralysis. Imagine becoming conscious while your body remains in its natural sleep paralysis state. Your mind awakens, but your body refuses to respond. This disconnection creates one of the most terrifying experiences a person can endure. You're aware of your surroundings, yet unable to move or speak. Many people report feeling an overwhelming pressure on their chest, as if some unseen force is sitting upon them. The hallucinations that often accompany sleep paralysis are remarkably consistent across cultures and time periods. People frequently report seeing shadowy figures, hearing footsteps or whispers, or feeling a malevolent presence in the room. These experiences have given rise to countless supernatural explanations throughout history. The old hag of Newfoundland folklore, the Pisadera of Brazilian mythology, and the nightmare of European legends. All these entities were created to explain what we now understand as a natural, albeit terrifying phenomenon. The science behind sleep paralysis is fascinating. During REM sleep, the brainstem releases chemicals that paralyze most of our muscles, a safety mechanism preventing us from acting out our dreams. Sleep paralysis occurs when our mind awakens before this paralysis wears off. The hallucinations are believed to be the result of our brain's attempt to make sense of this disconnected state, creating visual and sensory experiences to explain the feeling of paralysis and fear. Modern research has revealed intriguing patterns in who experiences these phenomena. Sleep paralysis is more common among individuals with irregular sleep patterns, those under significant stress, and people with other sleep disorders. Studies suggest that approximately 8% of the general population experiences regular sleep paralysis, with higher rates among students and people with anxiety disorders. The relationship between sleep paralysis and mental health is particularly interesting. While experiencing sleep paralysis doesn't necessarily indicate a mental health condition, there's a strong correlation with anxiety disorders and PTSD. The experience can create a vicious cycle. Fear of sleep paralysis leads to anxiety about sleep, which in turn increases the likelihood of experiencing more episodes. Both nightmares and sleep paralysis have profound effects on our mental well-being. Regular experiences of either can lead to sleep anxiety, insomnia, and daytime fatigue. However, understanding these phenomena can significantly reduce their psychological impact. When we understand that sleep paralysis is a natural occurrence, essentially a hiccup in our sleep cycle, it becomes less terrifying, though no less uncomfortable. Modern sleep science has made remarkable progress in understanding these phenomena. Brain imaging studies have revealed increased activity in the amygdala, which is our fear processing center, during both nightmares and sleep paralysis. This activity, combined with the paralysis state and our brain's attempt to make sense of the situation, creates the perfect storm for these terrifying experiences. Throughout history, humans have developed various ways to cope with these experiences. Ancient Egyptians had dream temples where people would go to seek interpretation and healing from nightmare-induced trauma. Native American dream catchers were believed to filter out bad dreams while allowing good ones to pass through. While we may not rely on these traditional methods today, they demonstrate humanity's long-standing need to understand and control these experiences. Contemporary approaches to managing these phenomena focus on prevention and coping strategies. Maintaining regular sleep patterns, practicing good sleep hygiene, and managing stress can significantly reduce the frequency of both nightmares and sleep paralysis. During sleep paralysis episodes, focusing on making small movements like wiggling toes or fingers can help break the paralysis state. Understanding that the experience is temporary and natural can help reduce the associated panic. Recent advances in treatment include image rehearsal therapy for chronic nightmares, where individuals rewrite and rehearse alternative endings to recurring nightmares. Virtual reality therapy is also showing promise, allowing people to confront and process their nightmare scenarios in a controlled environment. For sleep paralysis, cognitive behavioral therapy has proven effective in reducing the frequency and severity of episodes. In conclusion, nightmares and sleep paralysis, while disturbing, represent fascinating aspects of human consciousness. They remind us of the complexity of our minds and the thin line between waking and dreaming states. As we continue to advance our understanding of these phenomena, we move closer to helping those who suffer from their more severe manifestations. So the next time you find yourself trapped in that terrifying moment between sleep and wakefulness, or when a nightmare jolts you from your sleep, remember, you're experiencing something that connects you to billions of others across time and culture. These aren't supernatural curses or demonic visits, but fascinating glimpses into the complexity of our minds. From ancient dream temples to modern sleep labs, we've come a long way in understanding these phenomena. Yet they continue to remind us that there's still so much to explore about our consciousness. If you found this journey into the dark side of sleep fascinating, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to World Decoded. Hit that notification bell to stay updated with our latest episodes where we continue to unravel the mysteries of our world. Share your own experiences with nightmares or sleep paralysis in the comments below. Have you ever encountered these phenomena, and how did you deal with them? Remember, as we say here at World Decoded, sometimes the most fascinating mysteries aren't out there in the universe. They're right here, inside our own minds.